Tottenham on the 4th of March, the day before the first person died from COVID-19 in the UK. The disease is spreading. 58,000 people fill the stadium for a match with Norwich City. Outside, we film Nigel about the work he's doing to train young people at his Caribbean food stall.
Hi, how are you?
Nobody knew it would be one of the last times they would be here like this, because within days, everything changed.
Boris Johnson says we're facing the worst public health crisis in a generation.
I must level with you, level with the British public. More families, many more families, are going to lose loved ones before their time.
10 people have died, and London is shutting down. The economy is suffering, and the effects are being felt here. Haringey is already one of London's poorest boroughs.
You need to be prepared to start now. When I say now, that any institution, we were able to respond to it immediately.
Yeah.
That's why it's important.
Nigel and the others have recently formed a community group, and they know they have to act quickly. They fear people will go hungry.
No, the idea is that once the food is being delivered now,
They're planning to cook and deliver hot meals to anyone vulnerable.
And be confidential.
One of Bevali's first jobs is to find a building they can work from.
The task that you've probably got is to get premises that we can use for as long as it goes on.
She was born and raised in the area and is giving up all of her time to help.
Social distancing. That's not social distancing.
They need more volunteers,
Yeah, nice to meet you.
and a handful have already come forward. Rudy runs a brewery and events venue. It's had to close because of the virus.
We had a fantastic pipeline of events being booked in. We've had to cancel so far March, April, May, and it looks like it's probably be June and July as well. So, hairy times.
It means the space is available, and he's offered it to Nigel and the team for free.
so we have a walk-in fridge here.
They get to work immediately, and donations are already coming in from businesses and individuals. Volunteers arrive in the afternoon and prepare dozens of hot meals to be delivered in the evening. Lawrence is a 20-year-old student. He uses his bike to get to anyone that might fall under the radar.
We're here to donate food to people who actually need it, and especially in times of trouble like this, especially for all this virus thing that's going on.
The government says everyone should stay at home, but anyone considered to be a high risk should not go out at all. So Joseph is staying on his boat.
I have no money and I'm diabetic, and I take 2 different type of insulin. You saved my life.
It's always good to help people, even without getting paid or not. It's just good to always help them.
Part of that help is checking on people. Nigel's come to see Roy, who's been self-isolating. He's concerned that he's not answering the door or the phone, and will make sure someone checks again in the morning. Coronavirus is spreading across the country, and so is panic. Supermarket shelves are empty. So key workers like intensive care nurse Jackie are struggling to get shopping.
Coming from work from night shift, you're so tiring, but then you say you're gonna do a bit of shopping, you reach the supermarket, but then you see a queue, and I just said, oh no, I can't really. I just need to go home.
It's mid-March, and more than 70 people have died. The lockdown is tightening. The government makes an unprecedented promise to pay 80% of people's wages.
We must act like any wartime government and do whatever it takes to support our economy.
But many have already lost their jobs. This is the queue for a food bank.
There's enough for everybody, and you all go home happy. So just spend a little bit of time social distancing.
It usually opens once a week. Now it's needed every single day.
In Tottenham, you find there's great need.
0% contracts. Some people no longer have jobs. So what we've tried to do is, in a dignified way, give them significant amount of food to take home for their family.
Nigel's working with the food bank. He's here to collect some produce, and demand is growing. And an announcement comes that will see calls for help soar.
Schools across Britain will close this week as the death toll from coronavirus climbs to 104.
It's for a lady with 3 young children, so she's finding it quite difficult. Hi Mum, I'm just going to drop it off for you, so I'm going to just leave it here.
In the space of a few weeks, thousands of lives have been lost to the coronavirus. Millions are isolated, and Nigel is setting up a community radio station to connect people.
A lot of people who at their home suffer social isolation, suffer some form of depression after a while and anxiety.
But it's a difficult day for him. He's lost one of his own relatives.
Yeah, he passed away from COVID-19. So that's the first casualty of somebody I know directly in my family who this has affected. So it shows the importance for us doing what we're doing here. Is that for ourselves, it's for our families, our friends, and for our community.
Oh, don't cry, Nigel.
Don't so much.
That's okay.
No, you don't put it.
Nigel returns to check on Roy. He's lost 2 friends to COVID-19.
Hello, sir. Where are you going?
How are you, sir? When you're isolated and you're, by yourself, it kind of gets a bit lonely and a bit tough.
And just tell me the difference it's made to have someone like Nigel knocking at your door and bringing food.
Well, it's something you look forward to, innit? Because there's not many people who's coming round and seeing people. Everyone's staying away. Then, Nigel, you take care.
Bye.
Nigel and the team have become a lifeline to so many, and the phone rarely stops.
And how many kids do you have? Just one?
She's got 4 kids.
Yeah. That's a social worker from Children's Services who requesting some emergency supplies for parents who need some baby formula milk as well as some emergency nappies.
Volunteers are coming forward from all over London. They're giving their time and energy, and it's grown from a team of 15 to 80.
I want to go and give to the community. I want to distribute. I want to pack boxes. And then I said, listen, I also sing. One love, one heart, let's get together.
I'm just totally committed, so I'm just giving all of myself, to be quite honest. It's every day you get up, it's just, first of all, you look out the window and you think, oh, was I dreaming? And then you're non-stop, so you just give all that you've got. You just have to just focus on what you're doing in the now and just know that in the future it's going to become better.
One heart, give thanks and praise to the